BYDFi is a crypto exchange on desktop and mobile where you can spot trade, futures trade, use leverage tokens, and copy the trades of top trade. There's hundreds of crypto available on their spot exchange, as well as a free test account so you can practice futures trading without getting wrecked. BYDFi.
Hello everybody, welcome back. We're going to look at XRP this morning. I know, boring stuff, we might as well. But we're going to look at everything else as well. So we're first of all starting with Bitcoin, 4 hourly. Woke up this morning to see this little thing. Okay, so it looks like it's wanting to pull back now, or at least start a small correction, or perhaps a dump. That is a telltale sign that this is getting pretty hot now, effectively ever so slightly, just a tiny little piece, not quite there yet, but front running that all-time high. Now, that doesn't mean that this is where the correction starts from. Absolutely not. We can bust through that all-time high, no problem at all. And to be honest with you, I can see that happening today. It really could happen today. Move into the lower 70s, 72, 73, and then curl over for a little bit and then start a correction. Now, what that does for altcoins is obviously going to probably ruin the party, but it didn't do that in 2020 into 2021. What happened was every dip that got dipped into from Bitcoin on the correction of that 35% move down and back over here. Every time we got one of these, what would happen for altcoins is that a little dip would be bought back up and altcoins would rally on forward. So I'm not saying that that's definitely going to happen. I don't really know, to be honest. There's similarities to this scenario, but there's absolutely no way that we can say that this is definitely how it's going to go because it's done something similar than this before. There's no real way to say that. So I'm not going to say it because there's no way to really say it. We've got to take it level by level, bit by bit. So, by doing level by level, bit by bit, let's just have a look at Bitcoin on its 4 hourly chart, which did have one drive bearish divergence on this period over here. Just a single drive, same thing with the money flow index. Let's have a look at the weekly money flow index. I mean, it's basically unchanged, isn't it, really? Most of this price action has been generated by the ETF. There's nothing more to say about it. Binance, although it's trading at, I think the last time I saw it was like 4.5 billion on a 24-hour trading day. For Bitcoin alone, you know, the money flow index has still got plenty of room to run. But I can tell you, we've seen something like this before, haven't we? Really, boosh, badoosh, dadoosh, dadoosh, dadoosh. You know, it's not quite as neat as this one. There was no real breakout on this, but it was declining money flow read, and it did end up with quite a powerful dump, in all fairness. So yeah, similarities, but also anecdotal, if anything else. You know, it's not really much more to say about it than that. Looking at the daily, that dump or the pullback or the 5% pullback we've had this last 4 hours did come down to the support of 65,170, which is perfectly fine. So Bitcoin's going to keep going up until it can't go up anymore. That's the deal. Now, whether you're institutional or ETF money or what looks like is creeping around the corner now is, you know, retail FOMO is what's coming around the corner. Because this is just anecdotal, but I assume most of you have been in crypto for a little while now, and you've told people from time to time what it is that you do, and they've frowned upon you because they're like, hang on a minute, crypto isn't that a scam? What's going on with that? Crypto doesn't do anything, does it? Crypto. And then, I don't know if you've noticed it, but now those people are coming round and saying, so I saw that the crypto has been going up. How do I buy that crypto? What was that Swiss borg you were talking about? How do I set up an account with that? Could you help me with that? I've been looking at that frog coin. We're looking at that frog coin. It's been going up a little bit. I want to buy some of that frog coin. Oh, you mean the one that's gone up like 700%? Is that the one you want? Yes, actually, yes. Yes, that's the one I want. So I don't know if you noticed that, but normally that is a sign of, you know, get out. Normally, you know, that people like that are the real Captain Noobmaster. In fact, the Captain Noobmaster is better than them. At least Captain Noobmaster tries to pay attention to charts. These people are on another level altogether, and that's where the money comes from. Unfortunately, there's no point in creating an ETF if you can't take money off these people. So my next door neighbour is going to get rinsed because he's wanting to buy the frog coin. So look, it's just anecdotal. It's just an observation. It happens every time. It's happening now, starting to happen now, which doesn't mark the absolute peak the second your neighbour knocks on your door, but it does get quite close to the peak, I can tell you. Because if there's money is going to come from anyone's pockets, it's going to come from theirs. So just pay attention to the sentiment. And have you noticed a switch? Have you noticed a switch? Because I can tell you now, when I was saying to people, you know, this is pretty attractive price, and when I was saying I was going to be buying around here, do you know what people were saying? Don't you see this chart is wrecked? Why would you buy it today? Yeah, well, this is how it works, isn't it, mate? This is how it works. You buy it, and then you own it, and you sell it up, and you sell it high. And now, obviously, the people who wanted to buy around here, I can tell you when they were buying around here, people phoning me up and said, I'd like to buy some crypto. I said, you're a bit late to the game, mate, to be honest with you. In fact, you're very late. In fact, you're extremely late to the game. I would probably say you don't want to do it and shouldn't do it. I appreciate what you say, but I've noticed that Elon Musk has been buying some, so I'm going to buy some. Thank you, good night. And you're like, bloody hell, what's going on now? So I just, this is a long rambling video I'm putting out here this morning, but I just need to put it out there that I don't know if you've noticed it. I certainly have noticed it, and it reminds me of basically every single time. These people are the ultimate counter indicators, and that's fine because they don't study the charts, they don't know anything about it. You know, they get swept up with the masses, whether it's up or down. They don't really know. They just follow the general trend, and they can't see anything other than green right now. They don't know what's coming next, just as they could never see anything other than red over here. So it's fine, but it's worth thinking about. Right, so now we will move on to XRP, recognizing that Bitcoin has come down to a support, although that was a sharp little wiki drop there. It's just to recognize it for what it is. You know, it's not the worst thing in the world. We've definitely seen worse, but that was a sharp little drop there. Obviously, we're going to be seeing sharp little drops across the board for everybody. This is XRP, which, to be fair with you, I would have expected to have emphasised that a bit more, adding another 2% onto the 5% drop, which is fine. Ethereum pumping as well. So I saw the news that they've stalled or delayed the spot ETF for Ethereum. No big deal. Whether it doesn't matter what they do. To be honest with you, it's bullish or bearish. The outcome is the same. So what we're looking at for XRP at this point now is probably the beginning. Well, this is the confirmation now of the big trend. But as I was saying yesterday, we have now overnight confirmed the golden cross. The confirmation is now set in stone. That is your 200 exponential and your 50 exponential crossing above that. Obviously, we had the pump signal over here. We've come up quite close to the 67, 66, 67 cent zone, which is a resistance of its own right. So we see this many times, all the time, over and over again, no matter what chart it is, whether it's a stock or anything, commodity, oil, crypto is all over the place. And by the way, we are doing a live stream tonight. If you want to join the Patreon live stream, we'll be streaming tonight. Links in the description below. So normally what happens, you get your cross, and then it's very common to see a pull back into that cross. The cross is going to be looking like this. That's the trajectory of the 200 exponential. So it gives us an idea that if we were to pull back and dump into this, which would be a bullish retest, we'd be coming back down into the 50s, between 56 to perhaps maybe 58 over this week. That would not be a scary scenario. That would actually be quite a delicious, tasty scenario where you'd be looking to pick that up. Because has Ethereum done this? It probably has done this. We'll just have a look. Most altcoins or most charts actually do this. We've not actually seen it on this occasion. We've just got the golden cross and we went straight up. So it doesn't always happen. Bad example. But most of the time it does happen. And I'd probably go as far as to say it's over 70%, probably closer to 80% of the time this sort of thing does happen. And it doesn't have to hit the 200 exponential, obviously. You can hit the 50 exponential, which is currently sitting at 56.77. This golden cross was literally just confirmed over the last 24 hours. So we've got that now, and we'll be looking for that to happen. Now, if Bitcoin and the markets decide that they do want to pull back, 4-hourly time frame, we had our golden cross as well. Where's the 200 exponential? 56 towards 56.8. 50 exponential is 60, almost 61. There's lots of supports here, bullish supports, very bullish supports in fact, that would help us buy that dip. We've got quite a fair whack of bearish divergence on the 4 hourly as well, which is fine. Again, emphasizing the fact that any pullback here could be a deeper dip, but only one that would be one you'd want to buy. So that could start here from 61 and end down at 56. So that, you know, it's not huge, it's not massive. So we've got 5.5 to the tune of perhaps 13 at best. You know, anything below that would be wrecked city. To be honest, it would be wrecked city. But it looks like that wants to happen. It definitely looks like it wants to happen. And so you would start dollar cost averaging, or you'd set buy orders in, because again, I can't stress enough, a golden cross retest on a daily often results in a V-shaped recovery, which would be looking like this. There you go, and V-shaped recovery to where you came from, and then some. That's normally what you would expect to see from a scenario like this. That's the vibe, okay? But it doesn't have to happen, but that's most of the time that is what actually happens. So that's what we should expect if this takes place. So look, it's not set in stone. This is not the definite way it's going to go. I'm just a little skeptical that the retailers are starting to talk to me, and I've seen posts, ridiculous posts, like someone saying SHIBs go into $1, which obviously is, you know, just madness to even say it out loud, but these people say it with conviction. And you know what happens when you say something like that, or someone says something like that? Everybody buys it, don't they? Because they look at something like Bitcoin and say, hang on, Bitcoin started at a fraction of a cent, didn't it? So I suppose it's definitely going to happen. It's definitely going to happen, isn't it? It's definitely going to go to $1. Probably even going to go to $65,000 actually, given enough time. Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, I'll buy. Yeah, I'm in. It's done deal. So I think that's the sort of degenerate behaviour that's beginning to take place, which does cause huge moves in the markets. But obviously that's where our profit comes from, and I don't mean to say it in a nasty way. I really don't want anyone to lose money. But you know, that is how people make money, through that sort of behaviour. So unfortunately, that, you know, it is their money that you and I will take, you know. So yeah, if I could speak to them all now, I would, but I can't. You know, they wouldn't listen to me anyway. But it's true. Retailers get rinsed, and I think they're about to in the short term, at least in a dump or a pullback. And again, we're only talking 5-10% or 13% perhaps. And then a V-shaped recovery, and then probably a pop, to be honest with you, as we move into the halving, which from my understanding is probably, I think it's about 5 weeks away, give or take. So we've got a bit of reason to believe that we will continue with these rallies, but not without a little bit of upset, and I think we might be looking at one of those today or this week. And it's just an opportunity to buy. Right, that's quite a long video for XRP. I don't want to ruin the rest of your morning, but I'll leave it with you there. I hope you have a nice day. Like I say, Patreon tonight if you want to join that. Links in the description below. Otherwise, have a nice day. Take it easy.